The first of a 4-game series between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the San Antonio Missions. Live baseball coming up right after this. Miguel Santana, a left-hander of the great state of Pennsylvania, will get the starting call here. And so far, Bob, what do we see in this man on the mound? Well, he's got a pretty good pitch count. Pitch count's turned pretty good. And so far, he's got some work to do on the mound. Here's a left fielder, Vance Hernandez. And we are about ready to go on this Monday evening. And here's the first pitch by Santana, and we are underway. As that four-seam fastball will be outside in the count now.
First pitch at 7 o'clock.
So far, our first pitch at 7:06 on this Monday night. And that's 2 balls and no strikes. 59 degrees, partly cloudy, winds blowing 4 miles an hour from center field. And by golly, Bob, you're going to have to bring a jacket or a blanket tonight in this contest. Indeed you do. If you come out to the ball game, don't forget to bring either. Because at the end of this one, it will be a little nippy, little chilly, you know. Just make sure you bring a jacket. Stay warm. 3 balls, no strikes. Inside for a strike, and the count 3-1. Go ahead and give some ball clubs tonight. Got Frisco at Midland. We got Corpus Christi at San Antonio, Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas, Tulsa. Ooh, okay, I see what's going on at Springfield. Springfield and Tulsa tonight have been postponed. And severe weather event that was going on in Springfield. Here is Doug Majeum, center fielder here tonight for Corpus Christi. 1 on after the 5-pitch walk. And that's going right there. And they will not get him as he will stretch, stealing from first to second. And this guy really runs. I mean, as you look at it, instant replay, Bob, that one, he didn't get him on that one. Yeah, he kind of thought he nearly did, but so far, there are times enough where you could try to get somebody, but you end up failing doing so. Right there, no balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez on that second. And the pitch. And that's going to be lifted right there, and that's going to get down for the base hit. The runner is coming home, and he's in to score from second. And Corpus Christi will take the lead by 1.
Henry Cho.
So here's the right fielder, Henry Cho. May I say something on that play right there? Yeah, what is it, Bob? So he gave a walk, and here's the next guy coming in, and he's going to do the same thing. Holy smokes. So now you had a run come in to score. A base hit will bring in another run. These guys really want to play ball tonight. Boy, howdy. And I will say you were absolutely right on that one, Bob. Now right there in the count 0-2. Going 2. That one hit high in the air. That will go foul. So Tulsa at Springfield tonight will be rained out. And so far there may be their only teams that they could be watching on a Monday night is so far watching Arkansas at Northwest Arkansas. Well, with 1 away, let's go ahead and give the visiting starting lineups to the next tour next door. Yeah, there we go. That's going to get a little stuttery tonight, but evidently I will. The starting lineups for the visitors look pretty good here tonight. Here is Leo Vera as he strides in with a runner at third. That is the second run for Corpus Christi.
Ball one, no strike.
And that one's going to be outside, and the count now is 1-0. Runner at third, 1-0 Hooks. 1-0. And that's going to be in. And on the wild pitch, the run is in to score. An update on scores is Corpus Christi 2, San Antonio nothing, as we're still in the top half of the first inning. And that will be a passed ball. Boy, and I got to say that Corpus Christi strikes first. And right there from second to first will be 2 away. Time now for your Texas League defensive alignment so far. What do we see tonight in Rocky Gale, Bob? Well, Rocky Gale can really do the pitches, and he can really communicate with the man on the mound. He's got to make sure that things go right. Here is Erie Perez. So far, ERA for him looks great. Yeah, and it really does. He's been in 49 games so far. He's really had a perfectly good season last year with Corpus Christi. I mean, I don't know why, but he was drafted in 2015 to Corpus Christi, and he's still on the Hooks team here today. So far, so good. When you start up in minor league baseball, you work your way up. Yeah, you pretty much do that when you're out there and you focus what you need to do in minor league baseball. If you do good, then that early promotion could lead you up into AAA. Yeah. And early term, should I say, on that one. We go to commercials, and we have 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors. And we go to the bottom of the first. Corpus Christi leads 2-0. Elvis Merced, a left-hander from Oklahoma, get the starting assignment here. And so far, Bob, what do you see in this guy from Oklahoma? Well, he's pretty good as well. I've seen him pitch through the ball games, and he can pretty much get jobs done here tonight. Here is Luis Barrera, center fielder tonight, looking good right there. 4-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-0. Did I see a pitch that went a fastball up to 100? Does this guy really throw 100 miles an hour? I think he really does. I mean, as you look at pitch count, he went from 90, as that was a ball in the count 2-0. So far, so good. Pitch here, and that's going to be lined right there. That's going to get down for the base hit up in right field. Omission's got the tying run, and that is the shortstop, Adam Zohoric. Pretty good Monday evening for both sides. Yeah, and it's a pretty good one too. Slider inside for the cold strike, and the count now is 0-1. Bottom half of the first inning underway. Runner at first, tying run, that is at the plate. 0-1. And that's going to be back up the middle. That goes for the base hit. So the first pitch he sees puts 2 guys in scoring position. And so far it's turning out to be a pretty good at-bat for these guys, right, Bob? Yeah, and it's going to be going good if these guys could come around and score. And now here's the next batter, Miguel Cairo, as he strides up next with 2-1 and nobody out in this half inning. So far, so good for San Antonio. Now keep the base hits going. Yeah, that's what you really got to do, is focus baton mentality, keep the lines moving, don't make an out. All you got to do is maintain your focus. If you could get focus, that's key to winning when you get into the later parts of this inning. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch here, outside on the sweeping curve, when the count now evens at 1-1. Corpus Christi in their beautiful road grays with blue letters that says CC representing the Corpus Christi Hooks. Gray and blue. And I do like the texture of their jerseys. It looks pretty good. Yeah, their jerseys look very nice, as you can see it. They wore it on the beach. And it sure did. Right there, swing and a miss. Gets them down. And there is 1 away. Time now for the Texas League home starting lineups. And so far, Bob, what do these guys need to do in the new week of baseball to get a victory? Well, these guys, they have to put the ball in play. Don't let the ball play you. Don't be an idiot to let that ball think that it's going to play you. You got to play the ball, not the ball plays you. You really got to maintain focus in the game here tonight. Now the pitch. Outside, 4-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-0. Beautiful night here in the Alamo City of San Antonio. And it looks pretty good when we're playing ball. And to those that have severe weather like Tulsa and Springfield, supposed to play each other tonight, but instead of getting rained out, they had severe weather for the Springfield Metroplex. And that's going to be lined up the middle for a center field base hit. Right past the pitcher. My goodness. Oh. And you look at that one in a big surprising way. That one went past his foot. He should have had that ball right there. And now you're going to have bases loaded after that. So far, grand slam, we buy you lunch. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. And that's going to be enough to score a sacrifice fly. And in the score is the runner from third. And now it is a 2-1 ball game. So San Antonio can really do some work by catching up. And they have improved a lot. They have a runner now 90 feet away, which is the tying run. And 2-1, here's the right fielder, Lance Levy, as he takes a 4-seam fastball, and the count now is 1-0. 6'3" and 205 pounds, age 25 to our designated hitter. Looking pretty sharp if he could get a base hit going. And he's got to get it through right here. I mean, if he can focus one up the center like these rest of the guys have been doing, he can really maintain focus. Press the attack. Keep the line moving. And make sure you don't run into an out. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. And that's going to be enough for extra bases. 1 run scores. And here comes another one. He's going to race him home. And he is going to be out at the plate. And he is not happy about that at all, as that will end the inning. And it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors and 1 left on. Top half of the second, and we are deadlocked at 2. Top half of the second for Corpus Christi. Here is Lauren Asuncion. As we start up the top half of the second. Deadlocked at 2 apiece, right, Bob? And it's a pretty good timing when you have 2 runs that you should make up. And indeed, they were made up really good. Cooked beautifully. Here's 1-0. Inside splitter, and the count now evens at 1-1. So pretty good as Missions come back in the bottom of the first inning. And they make themselves known. And so far doing really good. Here's a line drive up the center. Center field will race after it to make the play. And there is 1 away. Here's the hot corner man. That is Keo Sar. Sar coming in. And the pitch. Inside, cold strike. 88 miles an hour for a strike, 0-1. Good home crowd tonight. Let's go ahead and give some shout outs. Fans watching from Corpus Christi. And we got fans wearing Corpus Christi gear. And I do believe they are from the beach. And that's going to be line right there. That is going to be an easy ball. As it hugs the line, the hot corner man will go. And now here is J.P. Pierce, starting Corpus Christi catcher. The pitch, and inside cold strike, and the count 0-1. No 1. And that one is going to be fouled off. And the count now is 0-2. Well, gotta say, Bob, let's go ahead and get into the fun things we got this week in the 4-game series. And yes, we do have a computer loading here in the booth. That will be a 4-seam fastball. That is knocked foul. And the count still remains at no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2. That one hit the third. Does he get 1? And no, he does not. As that will and I will say it, just maybe goes down for the base hit. Pitch here, and that one will go foul, and the count 0-1. So tonight is Monday family night. $2 Tuesday, tomorrow night, math day, Wednesday, as we have our 11:05 a.m. game. So bring your kids. And so far, make sure all schools are here in attendance. Because a lot of times the attendance level is very high when kids are here. Yeah, and it really is. You see these kids coming from their schools like San Antonio Elementary, ECISD, or SAISD in the school district, but they call it the independent school districts. And a pitch, swing and a miss, and the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. Don't forget that Thirsty Thursday is our dollar night. Make sure you go by in our concession stands and get you a nice cold ice beverage. And that's going to be lined high in the air. And that's going to get down for extra bases. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. And that will be a 2 RBI triple as Corpus Christi will retake the lead. It is now 4-2. Here's left fielder Vance Hernandez walking a stolen base. And that's in for a strike, and the count now is 0-1. Don't forget, missions are at home until Thursday, playing Corpus Christi. And then leave for the weekend as they play at Frisco. Missions will be back home on Tuesday, May 24th, as we take on the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals.
1-1.
Right there, that will be 1 ball, 1 strike. 3-game set versus the Naturals. 3 games versus the Arkansas Travelers. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. And that's going to be enough for an RBI. Here's a run coming from third. And he is in to score. And Corpus Christi will play their third in this inning. Here is Doug Majeum. 1-for-1 single and RBI. Pitch here. And that's going to be line right to second. And he's got him. And that will end the inning. So it's 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors. And we go to the bottom half of the second. The Hooks lead it 5-2. Leading off for the Missions is the catcher, Rocky Gale. We strike in for the bottom half of the second. And the pitch. Lined up the middle for a center field base hit. What a way to get this half inning going. He is just really cruising along on that one. First baseman, that is Steve Ramirez. Runner at first and at the plate and on deck is the tying run. Pitch here, outside, and the count now is a ball and no strikes. One-0. And sweeping curve, that will get fouled on the way. And the count now evens at 1-1. 1-1. Swing and a miss, a slider. And oh my goodness, that one was ugly. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2, outside, far and wide. So count now 2-2. Beautiful night on this Monday evening. Now the 2-2 delivery. And that's going to be line right there. Right to second. Right to first. A double play. And there's 2 up, 2 down on the ground ball. Time now to give you the defensive alignment for Corpus Christi. And so far, who do you see out there at the second base bag, Bob? Yeah, Lauren Assumption and Angel Mateo. Boy, they really got those 2 bags from second to first surrounded. I mean, really, they're keeping eyes on those 2 bases. And they don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, try to steal. Right there, 1 ball and no strikes. 5-2 Corpus Christi lead San Antonio by 3. And right there, slider, and the count now evens 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And swing and a miss. And ooh, that is ugly. You said that the last time I heard you. Uh-huh. I can say it many times as I choose. 1-2. And again, a swing and a miss. That will do. And that will be this half inning. So it's no runs on 1 hit, no errors. and nobody left on. Top half of the third, Corpus Christi leads by 3. And now the top of the third, here's right fielder Henry Cho. Flied out in the first and is 0 for 1. Pitch here, that's going to be a ball. And the count now is 1-0. 1-0 delivery. The pitch. And that's going to be lined right there. And it takes a left fielder to make the diving catch. My gracious. We got to look at him again. Circus at my gracious. Whoa. He didn't let that one go, did he, John? No, he did not. That was a nice, phenomenal play. He's going to get some high fives over that one after this half inning. So right there's 1 ball and no strikes to Leo Vera. Shortstop for Corpus Christi, 0 for 1 ground out in the first. Pitch here. And down low in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. I was going to say 1-1, but I do stand corrected because home plate umpire is telling us up here, even in the booth, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Sometimes when you have a pretty long week, yes, I understand. Long weeks, you can see things look like little mirages. Oh, yeah? And does the sun create the mirages on the road? Yeah, it looked like you could see water, but it hasn't rained any. So, pretty much you'd be like, ooh, I'm going swimming. Uh-huh. And here is Erie Perez on deck for Corpus Christi. 3-1. And down low, ball 4. And he walks his guy. And now here's the designated Erie Perez. The designated Erie. Oh, yeah, you like to stutter a lot, don't you? I kinda do, yes. I kinda, I'm speechless on words, and sometimes. Oh, yeah. Because you're pretty much new to baseball, right? Well, this is my 2nd year of doing baseball and stuff. Oh, is it? Yep. I mean, I started in the year of 2015. And this will be my 2nd season as a proud announcer. 1-2. That one's going to be lined up the middle for a center field base hit. Running hard. And he's in. And that's going to put runners at 2nd and 3rd. And now here's Lauren Asuncion. 0 for 1 fly out in the 2nd. Pitch here. Inside at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Don't forget, after this half inning, we will take our first break, courtesy of Dr. Pepper. 0-1. And that's going to be lined up the middle for a center field base hit. 1 run scores. 2 runs come in. And now Corpus Christi leads by a big number now. It is 7-2 hooks. Oh my goodness gracious. Here is Kiyosar, 1 for 1, single and a run. And so far not going good for this man on the mound. That is Miguel Santana. Well, that's going to bring in a new reliever, and that will do for the starter here tonight. Santana will be relieved out of this ball game. And Bob, what do we got to say about him just giving up this many runs? It's embarrassing. I really say it. Embarrassing when you let your team down with this many runs. You screw yourself, and then you screw your ball team after that. Here's Enrique Diaz. right-hander out of the bullpen will get the nod here. And so far, we're going to go ahead and go to our first commercial break. And after this half inning, we will go to another break while he warms up. And we will be right back with Missions Baseball. And now here is Kiyosar.
Now batting.
1-for-1 single on the run that he had. Looking to get something going. The pitch in, cold strike. And the count now is 0-1. Top of the third, Corpus Christi leads 7-2. So far leading this game by 5. And that's going to be hit high in the air. And that will go foul. So the count now is no balls at 2 strikes. 0-2. And right there, right to second. And they will get the force out at second. And glad they did that to keep a guy out of scoring position. There's J.P. Pierce, 1-for-1 single in the run. And all you need is one more out to get out of this half inning.
0-1's the count.
And right there. And he is safe. So far, that'll be scored a wild pitch on a stealing at the plate. And so far, Mission fans are not happy about that at all. They pretty much see what's going on. The starter pretty much gave up the 7 runs and was pulled out of the ball game. And strike 3 called to end it here, as that will be the side retired. So it is 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors. And we go to the bottom of the third. Corpus Christi leads by 5. Here is Luis Barrera now, as we start up the bottom half of the third inning, as he takes a ball in the count 1-0. So as you look at the first 3 innings of play, double, triple, double. Boy howdy, and this guy on the mound for the Hooks, he's really been letting this team really just come in and get whooped as they did. Right there, and the count now is 2-1. 2 balls a strike. Sun beginning to go down. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, a slider outside. Could have been 3 balls and 1 strike. Instead, it's 2-2. 2-2. And look out, that nearly took his nose off. Holy smokes. Good thing it didn't, because he would have been saying, ouch. Lined right there, that gets down left field for a base hit. Well, pretty good as he gets on base with a no-out single. Here is the shortstop, Adam Zahorik. 1-for-1, single and a run. Runner at first, nobody out. Still looking good. Yep, you got to look good to feel good. And if you keep the ball down and you keep the ball in play, you may just come back in this one. Who knows? Well, let's sure hope so, Bob, because these fans are dying for a good ball game here tonight. And that one's going to be up top. And the count now, no balls and 2 strikes. Boy, this guy, Merced, from Oklahoma, I will say, he's throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastball, so triple digits for him. And again, another throw, keeping him close. No balls at 2 strikes, so looking at first. And again, the third throw at the first base area. Keeping him close. And the pitch. That one up top, and the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes is the count. And looking in is Merced. The pitch. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Center fielder has it. Making the play. And there is one away.
The right fielder, number 6.
Let's go bring in the right fielder, Miguel Cairo. Strikeout in the first and is 0 for 1. Yes, Bob, I did say we were going to break, but let's get out of this half inning before we start a fresh inning, which is inning number 4. And we will take our first break in the stream. The line drive right there. That gets down for a base hit. Running hard. He's going to jump it right to third. He's safe. And that's going to be a single that puts a runner in scoring position. So first to third now. And now here is Brian Henley. 1 for 1, single in the first. Got to look sharp to win. And you still be sharp. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Center field. Makes the play. Tagging is the runner from third. And in to score is the run from third. And now it's a 7-3 ball game. So Corpus Christi leads by 4 runs. And Bob, does these runs come back to these homeboys? Well, if they do, that's great. If they don't, you got to work as a team to get those runs back. Somehow, some way, you can really make it stand out. Cook the runs. Make the runs look perfect. And that's going to be line high in the air to left field. Moving under it is the left fielder. Makes the play. That ends the inning. So it's a run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on. Top half of the 4th, Corpus Christi leads 7-3. We'll be back after this with Angel Mateo as he will start up the top half of the 4th inning when we come back. It's a 7-3 Corpus Christi lead. Well, we are at the top half of the 4th inning. And stepping in is Angel Mateo. The pitch. Too high outside. 1 ball, no strikes. family night tonight, and so far a lot of moms and dads and kids. Do you like that, Bob? I like family night. It is good that parents come out, enjoy a ball game. I mean, it's great. You come out and have some fun. It's important that why people need to be here, because baseball, they love it. So right there, that one will go foul. So the count now is 2-1. Don't forget, tomorrow night is $2 day. So $2 Tuesday. Vance Hernandez on the on-deck circle for the Hooks. Here's the 3-1. And that's going to be line high in the air. And the left fielder will run it down, and there's the first out of the inning. Here's a left fielder, Vance Hernandez. 2 plate appearances, was a sacrifice fly and a walk. Pitch here. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Center fielder has it. Barora makes the play. And there's 2 away. That's going to bring in Doug Majeum. 1 for 2. Single and RBI on top of that. Pitch here. And that one goes foul out and right. As that will be no balls and 1 strike the count. 0-1. And that will be lined foul. So the count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And right there, gets them for strike 3, and that will end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. Bottom of the 4th coming up, 7-3. Hooks. Hooks in the lead. That'll bring in the right fielder, Lance Levy. He strides up first, and that's going to be high in the air. Center fielder makes the play. 1 high fly, 1 away. Catcher is Rocky Gale. 1 for 1, single in the second. Beautiful night as sun is already down and underway of this game here tonight. So like I said, 4 runs to catch up. And so far I believe that San Antonio can really claw back. Right there to third. Quick reaction by the hot corner, and there is 2 away.
Steve Ramirez.
That's going to bring in Steve Ramirez. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. And that will go out of play. So the count now is no balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. And the sweeping curve is inside for the code strike. The count now is 0-2. Pretty good. Fans in their jackets. They bring a blanket. That's great. Just watch the ball game, stay warm, and drink you a nice hot cup of chocolate. So right there, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Top half of the 5th coming up, and the Hooks lead it 7-3. Henry Cho, the right fielder, 0 for 2, fly out. Coming in this one. Look mighty well and pretty sharp as well as he takes a ball in the count now 1-0. Halfway home here tonight. Corpus Christi in and up top by 4 runs. What a way to get something like this going. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Too high.
Balls, no strikes.
And the count now is 3-0, and on deck is Leo Vera. Vera coming in, looking sharp. 3-0. Inside for a strike. And the count now is 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. And now it's going to be lifted high in the air, and that will be a full count, 3-2. Looking in is Diaz. And he's got him on a slurve. Strike 3 called. And as you look at Enrique Diaz, 3 strikeouts, no hits or runs given up. And it is something that you don't see every day, but now you do. Leo Vera, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run in this one. Pitch here, and that is going to be line high in the air, and that will go into the stands for a fan to have a souvenir. Pretty good. The pitch here. And that's going to be line high in the air. Center field. Barora has his eyes on it, and he makes the play for 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Yuri Perez.
That'll bring the designated hitter. That is Yuri Perez. 1 for 2, single and a run. Looking good. Pitch here, and that one will go left field, and they'll go foul. So count 0-1. 0-1. And the four-seam fastball will be outside, and the count now is 1-1. 1-1. Here's the pitch, and that one's going to be lifted high in the air, out of play. So count a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. And right there, strike 3 called. And that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the bottom half of the 5th, and the Hooks still lead by 4.
Leading off for the mission.
Here's Ramon Alfonso now as we start up the bottom half of the 5th inning. And so far, we got to look pretty sharp and try to get back in the race. Yeah, it's true, John. Down by 4 runs. You can't laugh about that because it's truly not funny. You really got to push the gas pedal down. Right there. The second to first, the 2-1 play.
Now batting,
And that will be 1 away.
Luis Barona.
Luis Barora, 2 for 2. 2 singles and 2 runs. So he's got almost 2 of everything. Pitch here. Swing and a miss. And the count now is 0-1. Boy, Merced, he's like a tornado from Wichita. And evidently he's like a bat out of hell when he throws those 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. Well, he kind of does, doesn't he? When you think about how fast that ball goes, you know, he can really get you on a strikeout. It's going to be line high in the air. Left fielder has it, makes the play, and there's 2 away.
Shortstop, Adam Zohorek.
Here's the shortstop, Adam Zohorek. Pitch here, and that will go foul. So the count 0-1. Right there, slider outside. Now even things at 1-1. Line right there, left field for a base hit.
Now batting, right fielder, Miguel Cairo.
So look at that one. That one traveled right over Sar's head. And that ball will go for a 2-out single. And that's going to be line right there to second. He gets up there. And that will be the side retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and one left. Top of the 6th coming up. The Hooks lead it 7-3. Here's Lauren Assumption. 1 for 2, single and 2 runs. As we start up the top of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi. Pitch here. Inside, cold strike, and the count now is 0-1. Don't forget, after this 4-game set, we are at Frisco. Frisco for 4. And then come home, play 6 against Northwest Arkansas and the Travelers. That's right there, and that will go for the first out of the inning. Here is Keo Sar, the hot corner third baseman for the Hooks. 1 for 2, single and a run. Pitch here. Inside. Whoa. He chased that one for the cold strike and the count 0-1. Quickly, that one is fouled off. And the count now is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3 right there gets him down. And there is 2 away. Here is J.P. Pierce. 1 for 2, single and a run. Looking sharp. Pitch here. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Center fielder moves under, and Barora makes the play in shallow left, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the bottom half of the 6th. 7-3 Corpus Christi. Brian Henley, the hot corner third baseman, strides in. Pretty good night for him tonight. Sweeping curve, and the count now is 1-0. Henley has a 1-for-1 single RBI. And pretty good for him. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be lifted high in the air, and that's going to get down for extra bases. Going to first, going to second, and he's in a second on a no-out double. And they get the ball back in quickly. And good enough, it will stay as a no-out double on the play. Yeah, if you would have stretched it to a triple, you would have been gone in a hurry. I mean, I will be saying that. The pitch. Outside, far and wide, and the count now is 1-0. Jimmy Lundy 0-for-1 sacrifice fly and RBI. Little left fielder here tonight. 1-0. And that's going to be lifted high in the air, left field. Left fielder makes the play, and there is 1 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Lance Levy.
That's going to bring in the designated hitter, Lance Levy. 1 for 2, double, and RBI. And the pitch. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Big mistake now, as that will be 2 fly balls and 2 away. And so far, the runner at second is thinking to himself, well, holy smokes, when am I going to get moved up? Well, that question remains to be seen, John. If only these batters will stop doing what they're doing and focus more on the ball getting into the ground, that would be great. And right there, sweeping curve will make that one go fast, and the count now is 0-1. Boy, they better get it together because these guys don't have very many innings to play with. Yeah, apparently they don't. And that's going to be foul as he will miss that one. So the count now is no balls to 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. The sweeping curve gets him down, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Top half of the 7th, the Hooks lead 7-3. Back here for Texas League Baseball on this Monday evening, as we give you a line look at the score, and so far the visitors outplayed the home side and still lead in 4 runs. Angel Mateo, the first baseman, 1 for 2, triple and 2 RBIs. So far, Missions and Corpus Christi down to their final 9 outs of play here tonight. Tonight, I should say. I did say 9. Yeah, you said 9 already. Oh, good. I'll say 9 again. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's pitch, and that's going to be line right there. Left field has it, makes the play, and that will be for out number 1. That'll bring in Vance Hernandez, left fielder for the Hooks. 0 for 1, sacrifice fly, and a walk. Pitch here, and inside for a strike. So the count now is 0-1. No balls, a strike. That one foul. No balls and 2 strikes to pitch here. And that will go high in the air. And again, it goes foul. Oh, and 2. And that's going to be line high in the air. Center fielder Barora makes the play. And there's 2 quick outs in this top half of the 7th. Here is Doug Majeum. 1 for 3, single and RBI. Pitch here. Inside, code strike. And the count now is 0-1. Pretty good night for baseball. And so far it is going really well for Corpus Christi, I should say. Yeah, it's going really great for these guys. On the road, they could pretty much win the first game at San Antonio. And yeah, they could pretty much do it. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch here. And that one will go foul. So the count now is 0-2. 0-2 one more time. And strike 3 changeup gets him down, as that will be the side retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Bottom half of the 7th coming up, and they lead by 4. Leading off for the Missions is the first baseman, Steve Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Now action in the bullpen as a left-hander gets started in warming up. That's going to be hit to short. Short to first, gets him down by a footstep, and there is one away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Second baseman, Ramon Alfonso. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. And right there, and in for a strike. So the count now is 0-1. Right there and in for a strike, and the count now 1-1. Pitch here, and that's going to get up and line into right field for a base hit. So a one-out hit. And here is Luis Barrera, 2 for 3, 2 singles and 2 runs. Pitch here. And sweeping curve outside, and the count now is a ball, no strikes. Tonight, missions on the hits as you look 10-6 against Corpus Christi. And that's going to be right there and in for the code strike. And the count now is 1-1. One ball and one strike. And that's going to be right there. To second to first, a 2-1 play. And that will end the inning. Another shot here. As that will end it. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left. Top half of the 8th. The Hooks lead it 7-3. Leading up the top half of the 8th is right fielder Henry Cho. And so far, both sides are down to their final 6 outs of play. And so far, the missions, what do these guys need to do, Bob? They need to act now if they are to get back in this thing. And so far, outs are being wasted. I mean, you have 4 runs to catch up and retie the ball game, but is there any chance that that could happen? I think it should. Right there, high in the air, right field, and Levy will make the play, and that will be the first out of the inning. Starter comparison, looking at the guy on the left-hand side of your screen. Elvis Merced from the great state of Oklahoma is still in the ball game in tonight's contest, as he's doing a pretty good job of throwing the 100-mile-an-hour pitches. Yeah, that's right. And so far, the starter for the missions has really just screwed himself to the highest bidder, giving up the 7 runs, and it is just really starting to get to them. They're in the position of losing this one, and so far, it's going to be really hurtful when the last play is made. Here is Erie Perez. Pitch here. Inside, code strike, and the count now is 0-1. Perez coming in. Looking in. Here's the 0-1. And boy howdy, nearly went after that one. As that will be even up a count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. And that's going to be line high in the air. And take a tumble, young man. As that will be the final out of the inning. Another shot here at this guy ranging out in foul territory to make the play. As that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and it leads 7-3 Corpus Christi. Adam Zohoric stepping in. And that's going to be line right there to short, right to short to first, and he's down and 1 away.
The batter, right fielder.
Here is the right fielder, Miguel Cairo. 1 for 3, single in the 3rd. And guys, I will say, Mission's down to their final 4 outs. Or should I say 5 outs, because they got 3 in this half inning, 3 in the half inning of 9. And right there, swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. 52 strikes, 20 balls, and that will add up to a total of 72. So far for Corpus Christi, it is going good for these guys tonight. Yeah, and indeed it is. These guys come all the way from their side, come over here, play your next door neighbor, and you're just bashing them through a wall. And right there, sweeping curve gets them down. 2 quick outs here in the home half of the visitor 8th. That's going to bring in Brian Henley. 2 for 2, double and a single to the hot corner third baseman. Pitch here. Outside slider, and the count now is 1-0. Nighttime in San Antonio. Beautiful night. Temperature down 53 degrees on a nice, partly cloudy evening. Line high right there. That's going to get in for a base hit. So pretty good here if Missions could get back 2 and get 2 in the next inning, which is bottom of 9. I mean, let's hope they can, because if you could get 2 runs here, you'd be a 2-run deficit from catching up. Line right there. The short and the second, as he will be thrown out, and that will end the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Top half of the 9th coming up, and it's 7-3 Corpus Christi. Lauren Asuncion, 1 for 3, single and 2 RBIs. Start up their half of the 9th. And that is inside for the code strike, and the count now is 0-1. 0-1. And that's going to be lined up the middle for a center field base hit. So the 8th potential run just sits at first base. And now here is Keo Sar. 1 for 3, single and a run. Top of 9 and a Taco Bell double play. If you get a ground ball, then you get 2 crispy tacos on us, courtesy of that double play. Pitch here. And that's going to be lined, and that's going to be up to trouble now. Going to have him go. And the runner from second is coming in, and in to score on an RBI triple. And now it reads a Corpus Christi 8-3 lead. Here is the catcher, J.P. Pierce. 1 for 3, single and a run. And so far, doing pretty good. Right there, four-seam fastball, and the count now is 0-1. 0-1 right there, and that will be foul. Here's the 0-2. High in the air, out of play. 0-2. Right there, strike 3 called, and there is 1 away. There's Angel Mateo, 1 for 3, triple and 2 RBIs. Mateo coming in, looking pretty good. Slurve. So the count now is 0-1. Nothing and 1. And that will go foul. Count now is 0-2. 0-2. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. And he's got it as he makes the play. Tagging from third is run number 9. And now the Hooks lead by 9-3. Here is Van Hernandez, sacrifice fly, and a walk for 2. So doing good here. Pitching deals. And that's going to be lined up into right field for a base hit. Now here's Doug Majeum. 1 for 4, single and RBI. As so far, Mission's letting this ball game get out of hand. Yeah, they've been letting it get out of hand ever since that starter came in the ball game. And really, and I mean really, he let it loose. And pretty much did. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, the changeup, and the count now 0-2. Boy, and San Antonio's got a big hill to climb, and I don't know how they can make it work just to climb the hill and try to get back in this thing. Right there, right the first that they get them down, and that will do it. So it's 2 runs on 3 base hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom of the 9th, Corpus Christi leads 9-3.
Now pitching for Corpus
Sean
Christi,
Lang,
number 28.
a right-hander, will get the call here as 6'2" and 222 pounds and age 22. Now here's Lance Leafy, 1 for 3, double and RBI to the right fielder. And the pitch, down and in. The count now is 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Left fielder give a chase. And it's gone. A home run. So it's a solo shot. And that screen says it's not over yet. Not until the fat lady sings. What fat lady do you talk about? Do you talk about your grandma? No, you idiot. I'm just kidding. Hey, don't call me names, you jerk off.
Now batting, catcher.
Okay, let's stop calling each other names. Mr. Cottonhead Ninny Muggets. Hey! That's not nice. I'm just kidding, Bob. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lifted high in the air. Center field has it. And there is 1 away.
First baseman number 33, Steve Ramirez.
Here's the first baseman, number 33. That is Steve Ramirez. 1 for 3, ground out in the 7th. And looking pretty good. Pitch here. And that's going to be hit to the pitcher. Right to first. And he goes down for 2 away.
Second baseman, Ramon.
So one more out. And here is Ramon Alfonso. 1 for 3 and single in the 7th. Pitch here. And that's a ball. And the count now 1-0. Monday Night Baseball about ready to wrap up. And Corpus Christi really put it in here tonight. 1-0. Swing and a miss the cutter. So the count now is a ball and 1 strike. 1-1. That one's going to be lifted high in the air, and that will go foul. So the count now is a ball and 2 strikes. One more chance here to get on base and try to do something that needs to be done. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lifted high in the air to center. Center fielder has it. Ball game. Well, Corpus Christi does pretty good. And so far they propel the victory in the start of this ball game. Yeah, they do indeed, Bob. They really played a pretty good ball game here tonight. Another look at your totals here tonight. Corpus Christi winning 9-4 in this ball game. And a stellar performance by Angel Mateo as he had 3 RBIs. And this will be our guy here tonight for the tops player of the game. Nine to 3. Corpus Christi winning this one here tonight as they propel to a 9th inning victory. So that will do it. The Hooks will lead on top by 9-4 in the final. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Hooks. 9 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 2 men on base. For the Missions, 4 runs, 12 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.